Hi everyone. Here we have a data set for 2 months. There are customers in the month of October. There are customers in the month of November. In October, we have 9 customers that have purchased. As a matter of fact, it is 9 transactions that have happened. As you can see, Darren has purchased 2 times. In the month of November, we have 18 transactions that have happened. And if I look at the unique, you can see that there are 13 customers who have purchased in the month of November. What we need to find here is who is a lost customer. That means somebody who purchased in October but did not purchase in November. A repeat customer would be somebody who has purchased in both the months. And a new customer would be somebody who we have added in the month of November. Let's start. First, we do a VLOOKUP where we are searching for the entire list of customers in October. And the table array would be the entire list of customers in the month of November. Comma 1, comma false. What this does is it gives us a list where if the customer has purchased in the month of November as well, the name is shown. But you notice that the last 2 values are NA, which means that Irene and Harold are lost customers since they have purchased in October, but they have not purchased in the month of November. Now we don't want the NA value, so we can use is NA. And once we do that, wherever the customer was there in both the months, that result will become a false. Otherwise, the result becomes a true. So if you think about it, we are only interested in the true right now, since we want to find only lost customers. We can finally filter the list of customers, and my inclusion here would be all the values that are true, and the result would be Irene and Harold. Let us see if it works or not. So I'm coming back and I'm changing this to Irene Maddox. This means that if Irene has purchased in both the months October and November, you notice that Irene would not have appeared in the list of lost customers. Also make sure to write a unique so that the final result does not show the same name multiple times. Excellent. Let us now come to repeat customers. Repeat means the customer has purchased in both the months, October and November. So we will start by writing VLOOKUP. This time we are doing the opposite. We are searching for D4, D21 in the table array B4, B12, comma 1, comma false. What this does is it gives us a corresponding list of values. That means that if the customer was there in October, then the value is shown, otherwise there is an NA. Now we can write an if here. And since this formula is going to be a little long, we'll also break it into different lines. by pressing Alt Enter. And here we want to say that VLOOKUP, which will give us the result or any. And we are saying that if there is an error, the result should be 1. So the result comes like this. But we don't need 1 as a result, right? So we can just put a blank as a result here. This means that the blank is the actual result that is being shown. So if we pause at this point and try to understand what this is telling us, it is telling us that if the name is there, that means that the person has purchased in both the months. For example, Darren, if you notice, has purchased in both the months. Felina is blank, which is because Felina has not purchased in the month of October. Once we have done this, we can simply use a let. I'm going to create a name called calc. And at the end, we can write unique filter calc. And what is our include criteria? That calc should not be equal to blank. This means that we already had the result with us, but obviously you don't want to present all the blank values. Hence we are saying that show me the calculated result, but do not show me the blank values. And this will only show us the list of repeat customers. Let's take an example. So if Harold had purchased in November, you notice that Harold gets added to the list of repeat customers. Let us finally come to added. This is very simple. We simply want a count of how many customers have been added. First, we want to do a VLOOKUP. We are searching before D21 in before B12, and just like earlier, this gives us a list of results like this, where any means not purchased in October and the name means purchased in both the months. Once we have done this, we can use is any, which will give us a series of false and true. And since we are only interested in the true this time, because true is telling me the customer who's in November but not there in October. For example, Felina is a true because she is there in November but is not there in the month of October. We can simply filter in D3, D22, sorry, in D4, D21. And this will give us a list of the names. The names might be repeated, so you can use a unique, and this will tell us who are the customers who have been added. And as you can see, there are 7 customers that have been added in the month of November. If we go and see the result, we can see that there are 18 customers, or rather 18 transactions that happened in November. And how many unique customers were there? 13. It means that out of those 13, 6 are repeat and 7 are added. There's a lot of practical application for finding lost, repeat and added. Especially if a company wants to retain their loyal customers and make sure that they're not losing a lot of customers. That is where this can be very, very handy.